Well, it looks like everyone's starting to ready up now. We're gonna get racing underway shortly, folks. We apologise for the technical issues that we had. The game decided to crash on me. So here we go, we are now ready to get underway with round 7 of the Extreme 1 Racing League from the Gilles Villeneuve circuit here in Montreal, Canada. It is the second largest French-speaking city in the world after Paris. No building in the city can be taller than the cross on Mount Royal, which is what the city is named after. Earlier this season, Canada hosted its 50th World Championship Grand Prix, and this is the 40th race to take place at the Gilles Villeneuve circuit. And the city buildings are connected by over 32 kilometers of underground tunnels. So good luck finding your way underground. It's a great circuit, 2.71 miles, 3 DRS zones to look out for. We've got 14 corners as well, 6 to the left and 8 to the right. We've got a run of about 140 meters towards turn 1, which is one of the action zones to look out for. Alexander Wirtz can testify how easy it is to end up being taken out of the race in 1998. 2007 turn 10, another action zone to look out for, with Robert Kubica sustaining a broken ankle and missing the next race, which Sebastian Vettel debuted in. And then, of course, the Wall of Champions. Michael Schumacher, Damon Hill, Ricardo Zonta and Jacques Villeneuve on that fateful day. 3 tyre compounds with us. They are the softest of the tyre compounds on offer. The C5 for the soft, the C4 for the medium, and the C3 for the hard. And last but by no means least, it is on to the grid. You have got Owen Lewis on pole position for the 4th time this season. Willem Mare on the front row with him. JBL and Ivan making up row 2. Devon 5th. Then you've got one of the newcomers, Anthony Bauer, in 6th position. Then you've got Romano and Jarvis on row 4, and then rounding up the top 10, you've got Hazelwood and Kyle Keegan. Anthony Waddington and Tom McGregor on row 6. Then you've got Pete Polini on his debut, 13th on the grid, and then we've got Tom Edwards in 14th. A little bit of Welsh power to hopefully get him through the grid. Gareth Lambourne in 15th, and you've got Lee in 16th, John Taylor in 17th, and Matt Dixon rounding off the grid. So we're looking at roughly 23 seconds for a pit stop on this track. Between 12 and 18 laps. The soft tyres, 17 to 25 laps on the mediums, and 45 to 58 laps on the hards. If you decide to go for a one-stopper here, you'll be looking at softs to hards or mediums to hards, depending on what tyre you started on. And everyone on the grid has decided to start on softs or mediums. JBL, Ivan, Devon, Jarvis and Kyle all starting on the mediums. And Kyle Keegan the first to ready up, and everyone is going to follow suit. 50% race distance this. 50% race distance, which means it'll be 35 laps. Like I said, you're looking at a one-stop strategy here today. Wait and see what happens. 5 seconds to go before we get the race underway. 23 seconds to make a pit stop and maintain position on track. 5 lights, and when they go out, it will be race time in Canada! Great start there from the front row. An electric start from Owen Lewis. Everyone is oh, who's that? Who's that? Who's that going to be doing? That's oh my goodness, we've got collisions already. We have got collisions already in turn 1. Matt Dixon, shock and surprise to absolutely no one. Getting a time penalty for a collision. Imagine my shock. But the front runners, JBL, Willem Murray and Owen Lewis, all able to avoid the carnage at the first corner. Devon having a horrific start, all the way down to 17th. A little further back, you've got Bauer in the Mercedes. He's done pretty well so far. He's managed to get himself up into 4th. John Taylor, 17th on the grid, is now up into 10th. He's managed to get into the top 10. All manner of chaos and drama on this first lap already. We're going to have a few first lap front wing changes. I will not be surprised. We have had front wing changes on the first lap in every single race this season. Gareth Lambourne being one of them. Matt Dixon following suit. And then you've got Tom Green. Is he going to follow suit? Is he going to go into the pits? No, he isn't. So Gareth Lambourne and Matt Dixon. So your running order at the end of lap 1. Owen Lewis leads, Mare 2nd, JBL 3rd, Bauer 4th, Ivan 5th, Hazelwood 6th, Keegan 7th, McGregor 8th, Waddington just getting up to 9th, and Jarvis rounding up the top 10. Then you've got Taylor, Romano, Lee, Polini, Devon, Taylor, Edwards, Lambourne, and Dixon. 2 Alphas, they had to stack the cars. That's not what it would have wanted. So let's check the incidents at the start. Matt Dixon getting a 5-second time penalty, as did Kyle Keegan. Tom McGregor getting a 5-second time penalty as well. 2 cars with time penalties. We're on to lap 3 already now. The DRS is now enabled to do that. The car ahead of you. Jarvis coming into the pits. Is it going to be a front wing change? Indeed it is. There you go. Something you could have really done without. But what else can you do, really? That's life. And John Taylor in the pits as well. He's having to get his front wing changed as well. Matt Dixon essentially not making any progress off the start. But Kyle Keegan at the start, it looked like he was the Mercedes that just stormed through. Matt Dixon getting another time penalty as well. strikes in sectors 2 and 3. I think that's for Devon. Tom McGregor, meanwhile, getting ahead of Kyle Keegan up into 7th. Fantastic progress for him. Devon in the pits. Another front wing change. We've had a handful of front wing changes already, and it's only lap 4. Devon with a time penalty as well. It was a very chaotic start there. So let's have a look at the biggest winners and losers. Devon losing 11 places off the start. Tom McGregor has managed to gain 6 places off the start. Absolutely brilliant from McGregor so far. JBL is keeping within a second of Willem Mare. He's ahead of him on the track. Bauer bearing down on Ivan for 4th place. We've got Tom Edwards in the pits. Bauer really pushing in, pushing forward. He's trying to find a way past Ivan, but Ivan not making it easy for him. Down the back straight. Is he going to have a run heading into the final chicane, heading into the Wall of Champions? Not quite, but goes. He's got half the bees. Romano in the pits now, very early on laps, only 8 laps on those tyres, very early. And Tom McGregor continuing to progress through the field, and oh, something's happened to Ivan, oh my word! That'll be his front wing gone, that's it, gone completely! And he is not able to get going, he's going to need to be careful rejoining the track. Unbelievable. That's not what he would have wanted. Very early for Owen Lewis in the pits. JBL now in the lead. Willem Mare in the pits. He's made his stop. Bowers just made his stop. Waddington next. And he's having to get front wing change. Hazelwood in the pits now. 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Romano right on, he's hunting Waddington down. Waddington's done well to get back up to 8th place after not the best qualifying session in the world. Seventh now as we had Polini in the pits. Ivan getting a time penalty. Owen Lewis getting the fastest lap of the race. I'll say, for the viewers watching right now, I want to get your predictions right now. How many people do you think are going to end up in the Wall of Champions this evening? Ivan able to get past Polini without much trouble. Battle here, not for anything in particular. Devon in the pits now. Meanwhile, coming down the back straight, you've already got JBL and Owen Lewis. Owen Lewis, just like that, down the back straight, gets past JBL with ease. Coming back to the first back marker of the day. About 20 laps to go. He might be able to stretch those tyres to the end of the race. A win here for Owen Lewis. We'll see him Tom McGregor in the pits, going on to the softs. And might need to make another stop after that. Owen with another time penalty. JBL into the pits. 14 laps on those tyres. 15. Oh, it is 14 to lead. I believe he was caught up in a first corner incident. Indeed he was. Devon with a time penalty. Lee getting past Matt Dixon meanwhile. A little further up the field. Ivan bearing down on Hazelwood. But here you've got what appears to be a 1, 2, 3, 4 car scrap for 13th place. Nothing spectacular at the moment. We've got Lee and Matt Dixon battling to avoid being last. Oh, I think Taylor sustained a bit of damage. And oh, he grazes the wall of champions. Has he lost part of his front wing? It looks like he has. Let's get a better shot. Yes, he has. The right-hand side of his front wing. He's lost part of that. Gareth and Devon back in the pits. The Maverick, that is Collini in the back of Hazelwood. On to lap 19 already. Murray in the pits now. Willem Murray into the pits, and Matt Dixon! Matt Dixon's been disqualified! And Devon's out! What on earth happened there? What on earth happened there? Matt Dixon's been disqualified. But what for? Goodness me, what on earth happened? We need to check the race, we need to check the incident report. Oh my word, that's a lot of incidents. Matt Dixon disqualified for receiving multiple penalties. And no sign of what happened with Devon. And Polini has managed to get past Hazelwood into 9th. Meanwhile, further up the field, Waddington bearing down on Mare. Waddington will need to come into the pit soon, unless he can push those tyres to the end. Edwards with a time penalty, Keegan in the pits. Like it's time penalties that he's serving. Hazelwood in the pits now, he'll be out of the points. Keegan about to drop out of the point. No, Keegan, he's going to keep 7th. 8th, my mistake. And oh, they stacked the cars. Toro Rosso stacked the cars. That's something they really could have done without. One saving grace though is that you've got Owen Lewis and, although that is Owen Lewis, you've got Bauer and Waddington in the pits as well. But stacking the cars is the sort of thing they really could have done without. And because of that, Lewis has a mountain to climb to try and get back into the lead. Willem Mare, meanwhile, right on the back of JBL. Oh, he's trying to get him. Oh, he's about to, oh dear. He tried to get the position, but it wasn't happening. About a quarter of a second behind. He's going to have such a run with the DRS. There it is. JBL trying to with all his might. How they didn't end up in the wall is beyond me. Willem Mare in the lead. Hazelwood with another time penalty. Approaching 10 laps to go. We're into the closing stages. Jarvis in the pits now. The end of lap 24. And Waddington's out. Whoa! What just happened? Waddington and Bauer are both out of the race. What just happened? What just happened now? the run up to turn 10. And my goodness me. So far, 4 retirements, yet none of them in the Wall of Champions. We've got Keegan in the pits now. Romano up into 6th. Lap 25, 10 to go after this. Mare in the lead, JVL 2nd. Lewis 3rd, McGregor up into 4th now. Fantastic drive from him. Ivan 5th, Romano 6th, Keegan 7th, Polini 8th, Jarvis 9th, and Hazelwood rounding up the top 10. The fastest lap is with Owen Lewis, a 1:11.155. He'll get the fastest lap point as it stands. Unbelievable. Polini trying to hunt Jarvis down for 8th place. Doesn't look like that's going to be happening anytime soon. He is about 1.5 seconds behind. He's just at the moment not able to find the pace to be able to close that gap to get within DRS range. And as I say that, Polini with another time penalty. Owen Lewis with another time penalty as well. As I say that, he's bearing down on 2nd place. Bearing down on... Oh, hang on, what's happening? What happened? Oh, my word! Owen Lewis in the wall! Well, he is race up in smoke. JBL being able to avoid the damage somehow. Unless he was caught up in the incident as well. Any damage to JBL? Gareth with another time penalty. Indeed, there is damage to JBL's car. He's having to cut the chicane, and as a result, Owen Lewis now into 2nd place, but they're going to be losing that place. Oh, that's one of the Toro Rossos. That was Hazelwood. Right on the back of JBL, his teammate. Right into the pits he goes, as does Lewis. That's their race up in smoke. And they'll be looking to get onto the soft tyres to go right to the end of the race. Just getting ahead. Well, look at that. Tom McGregor, look at that. He started the day in 12th, and he is now all the way up into 2nd place. Can you believe it? Don't forget we've got time penalties to take into account as well. So we don't know who's going to finish where until right at the end of the race. 5 laps to go now. Romano right on the back of Ivan. Getting past with ease. Jarvis bearing down on Polini now. 5 to go now. DRS range. Ivan's on hard tyres. He'll definitely get to the end of the race on those, but it's a matter of whether he can get past Romano. Of course, we've got time penalties to take into account, and as I say that, Lee gets another time penalty. We've had 1 disqualification, Matt Dixon for multiple penalties. Waddington, Bauer and Devon have all retired, but none of them in the World Champions. John Taylor with a time penalty. Ivan with another time penalty. Enough to make any sort of impact on this occasion. Jarvis with another time penalty. And Ivan in the pits now. He got a great exit out of the final chicane. Is he going to have a lunge at turn 1? Yellow flags. Allowed to overtake on the yellow flags. About 2 laps to go now. We're now within DRS range of Edwards. Oh, he's going for it. He's going for it. Does he make it stick? He does. He does make it stick. Lewis with the fastest lap, 1:11.039. Meanwhile, it's right on the back of Edwards. And no wonder he's right on the back of him. Edwards has lost his front wing completely. Lewis with another time penalty. Now, depending on how many he has, will determine whether he finishes on the podium or not. And oh, hang on! There's Hazelwood in the Wall of Champions. Ben Hazelwood into the Wall of Champions. Why is Edwards still out on track? Mare taking it very easily through this final section. No flags in sector 3, and we're going wide. But Willem Mare, who won last time out in Monaco, going to win his second race on the trot. JDL with another time penalty. But Willem Mare comes through the final chicane for the last time today with a damaged front wing, taking it very gingerly. He wins the Canadian Grand Prix. Now we need to see what the time penalty will be like for Owen Lewis, 21 seconds behind. What's Tom McGregor going to get? Tom goes up to second. JBL misses out on the podium. So there we go. Go. Very happy with that. Tom McGregor, second place. What a result for him today. Waiting in the podium to come through, so we can have a quick chat with them. There you go. It doesn't look like I'm going to be getting the podium this evening, which is a shame. I'd love to be able to have a word with Willem, Tom and Owen. But hey, that's the way the cookie crumbles. So that's it for this evening, folks. Next week we'll be at the Paul Ricard circuit in France. But until then, good night from me. Thanks for watching.